introduce you to Dr. Joe Griffin, a speaker, consultant, and author's intention is teaching. Their talk is to broaden their vision, the things they weren't taught when they brought up as children. Reach for the top, regardless of situations, predicaments, or your conditions. He's making history, all of the districts, increasing retention from teachers, 50 to 80%. That ain't all that you hear me. He is the mentor. He paved the way with his dip methodology, really. Dream, be persistent, face fears, seek change, go out and go get it. This what you learning with Dr. Joe Griffin. With Dr. Joe Griffin, yeah. He says recognize trauma, push past the pain. If you got a problem, go look at his frame. Work your perspective and look at it change. Find a goal, set it in critical thing. Manage time, self-awareness. These are the few of the things he's trying to get you to do every day. Do every day. Led 5 schools to increase test scores with his teacher principal collaboration. Things he gives to you will have you take you drive to the next level. But first, you need to get some fuel at gas station. Supporting education leaders, creating a culture for kids that'll last for ages. Lack of access to quality professional development, that's outrageous. Got his doctorate in education, leadership, research, make changes. Need to put the kids first and raise them. Need to teach them they worth, stop playing. Later on, they gon' run this nation. Dr. Joe with his dissertation taught to those who would fix, make changes. I introduce you to Dr. Joe Griffin, a speaker, consultant, and author's intentions. The teaching and talk is to broaden their vision, the things they weren't taught when they brought up as children. Reach for the top, regardless of situations, predicaments, or your conditions. He's making history, all of the districts, increasing retention from teachers, 50 to 80%. They ain't all that you hear me. He is the mentor. He paved the way with his dip methodology, really. Dream, be persistent, face fears, seek change, go out and go get it. This what you learning with Dr. Joe Griffin. With Dr. Joe Griffin.
Welcome to the Speaking Life in the Youth Leadership live stream. I am your host, Dr. Joe Griffin, where we talk leadership dynamics, personal and professional growth, educational trends, and provide solutions to help you with school improvement to create a culture of collaboration. Let's go. It is indeed another great day, you all. I'm so happy. I'm so proud to be here. Week 14. We have made it to week 14 of the Speaking Life in the Youth Leadership live stream. I believe in celebrating milestones, so I'm definitely celebrating tonight. And whether you're live or whether you're catching the recording, definitely appreciate you tuning in, watching, getting the value that you need to keep going, to be better, to be the best administrator, best teacher, best educator that you could possibly ever imagine that you could be. That's what it's all about, you all. I got a good one lined up for you today. I am going solo tonight because I want to share with you some great things about creating a culture of empowered students and adults. It's a process, you all. And when you set a culture of collaboration, you got to know exactly what you're doing. You got to set the vision for an empowered educational community. That's the only way that happens. And a few things that you need to do in order to do that. And I'm going to take a pause real moment because I want to get everyone to tell us where you're streaming in from. Put it in the chat. Where are you streaming in from? I need to know. Viewers need to know, because what you about to get tonight, it's going to set you on fire for the rest of this semester and over into the next semester, because you're going to get some bona fide strategies as well as actions that you could do to create that culture of collaboration for an empowered educational community. So where you calling in from? Let me see. Let me check the comments, you all. I got 6 of you all in here right this moment, so I know you're in here. Tell me where you're calling in from. Let me know. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am in Chicago tonight, preparing for the Innovative School Summit this week, as well as got some leadership consulting going on with a high school team here that we are going to accelerate the collaboration with the Global DNA Leadership Assessment and more, because we got the coaching that come with it. All right, but setting that vision, setting a vision for an empowered educational community. Thank you, thank you. Woonsocket, Rhode Island, Lady Crystal Reddy. We definitely appreciate you signing in and letting us know where you zooming in from. Thank you so much. But when you're setting that vision for an empowered educational community, that everyone flourishes daily. We're talking about students, we're talking about teachers, and we're talking about leaders. We want an environment where everyone flourishes daily. And to do that, you've got to envision it. You've got to begin with the end in mind. So if you see a collaborative environment in your future for your school, for your building, or for your classroom, you've got to see it in the front. And then you got to work towards. So if I want a happy space, a happy place, a happy school, I got to make sure I'm putting in procedures and practices that promote happiness, that promote us being our best selves. And with that being said, to do such, that requires connection. That requires a connection, you all. And several things you can do to create that connection. And we're going to come back. But connection, and your connection is going to lead to empowerment. Once we make that connection, now we have a relationship started. We can build then toward empowering each other. And once we become empowered, that's when collaboration hits whole nother level. When collaboration hits that another level, that other level that we're talking about, that's when you're gonna see the environment become better culturally. You're gonna see test scores increase. You're gonna see your people taking ownership. All right. And that's what that's all about. So as we get further into our topic tonight, I want to let you know that, let me get this banner up here for you. How can leaders influence students and teachers to develop a collaborative mindset? Let that sink in for a minute, because collaboration is a mindset. It's not just a strategy, you all. There are specific things that you have to do over and over again to ensure that you are cultivating a collaborative mindset among students and adults. And that empowerment begins with the leaders, begins with the teachers, and is pressed and pushed down onto the students. And that's very important that we recognize that. You say, why is there a need? Why is there even a need for a collaborative mindset? You would think that everyone collaborates, right? That's not so. That's not so. For so long, we've collaborated on a surface level. We said we're working together and we get a project done. Maybe the next few projects go undone or half done. But if we got those collaborative structures in place, and you're talking with Joe Griffin, Dr. Joe Griffin, I am the collaboration specialist. That's what I was able to do in all of my schools. We have moved student achievement as well as boost teamwork and performance for everyone. And you say, why is there a need? Why is there a need for a collaborative mindset? Well, number one, to transform the culture. You say, I already have a good culture. Well, to expand the culture that you're providing for your people. That's why it's important. Because with a collaborative mindset, you can only go and extend further. It benefits everyone. Students, teachers, leaders, educators. Having a collaborative mindset benefits everyone. Again, it's not just a strategy, it's a mindset. And you have to continue to work on your mind. You have to continue to develop your mind. You have to be self-aware in order so that you can better provide help and support and empower others. Because when I know my strengths, my weaknesses, my struggles, I'm better able to understand as well as recognize and work around other struggles. That's where that diversity piece comes in, and it's so powerful. Why is there a need, I say? Again, transform culture, benefits everyone. And again, SEL in schools is a win for everybody. When you got SEL principals in school, that's going to further and better the opportunities for students, teachers, and leaders to work together or to collaborate. All right. So that's important that we always put those things in place. And I'm gonna give you some strategies as well as some action. All right. I'm gonna give you some strategies as well as some actions that you can take to create that mindset. First off, one of the strategies is emphasizing team dynamics. Everyone does not understand the importance of working as a team. Everyone does not understand that there are structures that need to be in place so that you can have great teamwork. So it's important that as the leader, you put teachers and students in positions. So emphasizing that teamwork, that's a strategy in itself. But some actionable things that you can do, some actionable things that you can do, allow students and teachers to help or create the goals. All right, and that's whether you're talking about your classroom, your building, or your district. Getting that buy-in because it leads to ownership. Getting them to help put in on the goals. If I help set the goal, think about that for a second. Let's just take a pause. If you're able to include people in setting the goals, think about the impact that that has. Think about the impact that that has on actually reaching those goals, obtaining those goals. That's powerful. All right, it's powerful. Again, we're talking about connection. All right, connection, empowerment, collaboration, and we've got to work together. Another action: regularly schedule reflection circles. I'm gonna say that again because this is powerful, and I'm not talking about just for restorative justice when something happens. Regular reflection circles for both students as well as the adults. This is important. If I want to create a collaborative environment, we've got to talk more than just when there's a problem or an issue. So reflection circles, it allows you to speak on your goals as well as the things that you need to grow on. And what's more powerful than you voicing what you need to work on amongst your peers? Now you automatically have enlisted help in attaining those goals. That's powerful. So you're putting people in a position to be successful just by allowing a monthly reflection circle. I know y'all like that. Tell me if you like it. Put it in the chat if you can feel the power of reflection circles. And I'm not talking about something that's not scheduled. I'm not talking about something that's random. I'm talking about something that's intentional each month so that you can have students as well as teachers as well as leaders have an open, healthy space to communicate, talk about the good things as well as the bad things. Reflection circle, y'all. Reflection circle, powerful, powerful, powerful practice that you definitely want to pick up. So, again, key strategies. Think about those things. Reflection circles, as well as allowing students and teachers to help with the creation of the goals. Collaborative decision-making processes, that's only going to help your situation. That's only going to help leaders and teachers work better together. And it's got to be deliberate. It's got to be purposeful. Okay? It cannot be just out of the blue. Secondly, I want to share a couple of other things with you. Empowering student and teacher voice. Assemblies, events, having them to lead them, having students and teachers to lead the events. Administrators, you don't have to always be out front. Sometimes you got to bag up and allow the teachers to lead, allow the students to lead, allow them to develop into their whole selves. All that's important if you're creating a culture of collaboration, if you're creating an empowered educational community where everyone flourishes every single day. This is crucial. This is crucial. So I want to take a moment here, get some crowd engagement. What are some of the biggest barriers that you face in your schools in creating a culture of collaboration? What are some of the biggest barriers? What are some of the things that you have problems with? Creating a community of trust. What is it? Is it lack of professional development? What is it? I want to hear from you. Let me hear from you in the chat. Definitely thank you for that, Miss Anna Simmons. True reflection is the beginning of growth. Yes, it is. True reflection is the beginning of growth. Love it. I love it as well. Thank you so much. So again, what are some of those barriers? As you guys are thinking about that, I definitely want to keep our live stream moving right ahead. And we want to talk a little bit about bridging some of those gaps, bridging some of those gaps between teachers and administrators. You all, I don't know if you all are aware, but I just published a book, Empowering Educational Communities, a guide for teacher principal collaboration, has collaborative principles all through, endorsed by international educational leaders as well. So again, this is one of the things that I specialize in. So I definitely want your participation. But there are some things that we can do. There's some actions that you could take. Some actions that you could take to bridge those gaps. Monthly forums or roundtables. And this would be in addition to reflection circles. This will be more of a one-on-one or small group facilitation from your leadership or from your teachers down to your students. This kind of depends on what the implementation is, what's the purpose of the implementation, and why you're doing it at that particular moment. But monthly forums, powerful strategy. Monthly talks, regular talks, and then you come back and you have a feedback loop where it's not just a conversation that never gets revisited. I'm gonna say that again. Feedback loops. I hope y'all taking these notes. Feedback loops. You got to be intentional about your feedback loops. If I'm providing professional development, if I'm mentoring, if I'm coaching, we want to be intentional about our feedback cycles. We want to be intentional about our feedback cycles. So when it's time for feedback, we already know exactly what we're doing as well as what we're trying to accomplish. Again, feedback loops, big deal right there, you all, big deal. Getting that input from teachers, getting that buy-in, oh, that's what you need. You got to have, remember, discipline culture plus instructional practice equals performance. And that's the collaborative way in which teachers and administrators work together. Again, everything I do relates back to collaboration because nothing happens without collaboration. All right. Getting those teacher student-led committees. Again, with those teacher-led committees, you want to rotate the leadership responsibilities. That way, it's not just one teacher always leading. It's a committee. It's a team. By rotating those responsibilities, you give other teachers, other leaders an opportunity to also show what they can do. That's crucial if you're creating a community of collaboration, if you're creating a community of empowered students and adults. Everyone has to have input. Everyone has to have an opportunity to put in. This is crucial. So recognizing contributions of your team members, whether they're big or small, that is crucial. So what's an action that you could take this week? What's an action that you could take this week in order to build up your class, your building, or your district?